So you are hard stuck as well. Welcome guys to Satan X. My name is Satan and I will present you 5 tips to rank out of these low elo ranks like bronze, silver or gold. I currently am ranked diamond and I have constantly improved from the rank of iron to the rank of diamond which I am currently. These 5 tips are not for a particular rank. These 5 tips will help you even if you are iron or gold or silver or bronze, anything. These 5 tips are just fundamental tips which will help you be better at the game. It will help you improve your aim and the other aspects of playing. So let's begin. The first tip is comms. If you don't know and you probably don't open your mic that often, that's the biggest blunder I would say while you're playing Valorant. Comms are the most important thing. Suppose you're having a bad day and you're not able to aim properly. It's okay. You can help your team to get the frags while you are not able to get those frags. Try to calm as much as possible. Try to ask your teammates for heals, and I would suggest that if your teammates or your duelist is pushing into a side, you should ask that if you want a flash or anything, because if like these small details like help your teammate to think that yeah, my team is reliable, even if your team is not calling at all. I think that that's the most basic thing that you can do to help your team, because suppose if you're not calming and your teammates is not calming, take care. This situation will create even more problems as if you can't even communicate with your team. And I would say a good match is if your teammates are giving good calls, not when you're winning the game, because you're learning your game and you're improving, you're asking for things, you are telling people to do things. That's how you should play a calm game. A calm game doesn't even feel like a calm game if your mic is not open. The second mistake I would say is people don't have an aim routine. People don't do death matches before going into a competitive game. You should be on your best aiming position or aiming style possible when you are into a comp game. You shouldn't be feeling rusty when you are into a comp game. You should be perfectly toe to toe with all the things, including referring to your aim when you're into a comp game. People like Senna and other YouTubers that make guides to improve your aim or improve your game sense or improve your rank. The biggest thing that they say is aim routine. And I do have to agree that because I've seen my friends who are in bronze, silver and gold, they don't do aim routine. And especially sometimes the worst thing possible is they go into a single death match just for the sake of going into a death match, and they think, okay, now I've done the death match, my aim routine is done, now I'll go into the comp, and then they suck, and then they ask, bro, I did aim routine, I did my practice before going to comp. That's not practice. You need to be thorough when you go into a competitive game. You should know, okay, I've done my aim routine, my hand is warm, I've done 2 or 3 death matches. If you're serious about ranking up, you should do 2 or 3 death matches. Or I think the best thing possible is go into range, practice on some bots, do some medium bots. If you're good enough in medium bots, do some hard bots, and then do some death matches, maybe 1 or 2 death matches. Okay, so the third mistake I've seen people do is they tilt. Okay, and I say this a lot, please don't tilt. If you're angry at your teammates, please don't open your mic and yell at their ears. If you're angry, just keep it in yourself or yell without opening the mic. Just yell and take out your anger, but don't take out your anger in their ear, because if they're having a bad game, saying something like you suck at this game and you will never improve, or giving them or cussing at them actually, will not make their game better, or will not make them play better. That will make them play worse, because they will get anxiety that okay, I can't play myself, my teammates are shouting at me, I can't get a kill. These things are serious, bro. If you are actually playing a game and you're sucking, you want your teammates to hype you up, to create plays for you, to help you play better, not make you feel worse for playing that match. That's why I say don't tilt. Okay, so the fourth mistake I see is, if you are playing a duelist or any other role, you should play your role accordingly to how you play. If you're playing a duelist, you should know the role of a duelist. For example, I'll give you an example. For if you are playing a duelist, your main objective is not to get kills, is to get entry. Why do duelists get kills, you might ask, or you might say? Because when the duelists are giving entry, they're the first person of contact. That's why they're getting the most amount of kills, because it's almost an impossible task to get entry without getting the kills. So you have to get entry with kills, not kills without entry. I've seen Jet lurking, and it's the most. What should I say, man? I want to cuss really bad, but please don't lurk on Jet. That's the most dumbest thing I've ever seen happening in low elo matches. Okay, if you're playing with Reyna or you have 2 or 3 duelists, which I've seen majority of the time in low elo, which is not the way to play. But okay, if you have 2 duelists or maybe you have 3 duelists, okay. If one of them goes on lurk, understandable. But if you have single duelist and the single duelist goes on a lurk, that's calling for a loss. That's calling for a loss, man. That's actually calling for a loss. So please play according to your role. If you're a controller, please try to smoke before getting any kills. Okay? And it goes the other way around as well. If you are a controller and you have a duelist lurking, I mean, you can't really tell the duelist to entry, right? If they're not listening, if they are trolling your game. So you have to entry. So I would say, even if you are a controller, there might be situations where you have to entry. So think about it, and before saying that I'm a controller or I'm a sentinel, I'm a sage, I can't entry. In comp situations, majority of the times your lurker will be a duelist and your entry will be a controller. So these situations happen, which should not happen. That's why you are in low elo. Because the other players which are in your team or in your opponent do not have the mental capacity or the mental thinking that I am a duelist and I shouldn't lurk. The fifth point I would say is, don't play for rank. I've seen bronze players play only 2 matches or 1 matches a day, saying, "Oh, my duo has not come, and if I don't play with my duo, I will rank down or I will lose my game." That is the worst mistake possible, because you're at a rank of bronze, my mate. If you're at bronze, you should not even worry about losing my rank or gaining my rank. The main thing you should worry about is learning the game, improving. That's the most basic aspect of learning, to improve. And I would say that if you're probably at bronze, I would say is the most important thing that you can improve is going into a match and exploring, not worrying about rank. People have rank anxiety, which is total BS. It is there. I'm not saying that if you have rank anxiety, it's BS. No. The feeling of having it and what it is, it's actually BS. You're playing the same map as Unrated, but it's for rank. So you're feeling anxiety. You're having a fear that, I can lose my rank. But if you try to focus on your game instead of your rank, I would say you would play about 100 times better. Just kidding, but yeah, play for your game, play for to win, but don't keep, oh my god, I'm gonna lose 20 RR, oh my god, I'm gonna lose 20 RR, 30 RR, 18 RR. Try to focus on the game while you are in the game. Try to focus about the rank of the previous game when the game is over. So that would be the 5 mistakes I would consider if you're playing. I would give you a bonus tip. Try to stay calm. Try to stay calm and try to be more focused. Try to calm. And yep, these are things that I did not learn when I was in bronze or silver. But I think that you should work on these things if you want to get out of bronze, silver, or gold, or any of these ranks. These are the basic aspects, most basic fundamental things that you should improve. It's me, Satan X, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Signing off.